Howdy kids, Mark here, and no, there's nothing wrong with your video. The beginning of this is in slow motion while I explain to you a little bit about what this video is for. This is not a before and after. If you saw my last Hangman's Alley video, which I'll link in the description, you saw the new areas that I set up, and I explained how I test them using exercise equipment because it attracts NPCs. Well, as I had said, all these rooftop areas in Hangman's Alley are still usable, but I didn't want to go building there and then have it crash on me by NPCs not using it, because to me that's the important thing. What you're seeing right now is me. This is the first time I just set up those stairs up to the left. And a flooring area with some exercise equipment. Then I just sat down in a chair for 24 hours to get the NPCs acclimated to having the new area there. And what you're seeing is NPCs who are now going up to this area. So we're going to walk up. I did one staircase first, and then I put up just these initial floors. And I put exercise equipment there and there. But you'll notice that's where it ends. So I figured what I'd do with you guys is I would put some more roofing in. There's a whole nother area over by where that big radio antenna was that I showed you in the last video. All this rooftop area, which is behind me right now, is potentially usable for whatever, bedrooms or shops or workshops, whatever. But again, you don't want to set it up until you know that NPCs will use it. And here we go. This guy's coming for the first time to use these exercise equipment. When I first saw this movement, I was like, get out of here. That is just too cool. And there's another guy over here lifting weights. There's the bridge down there. Oh yeah, and actually if you look back there are people heading for exercise equipment. This is, again, right after a stretch of me sitting for 24 hours to let them get acclimated. And as you can see, they're all coming up, which is great. If we look down, I think we're going to look in the tunnel. Yeah, we're going to look in the tunnel and see if they're all using it in there too. Because this is something, and you'll see it coming up, that when I increase an area, what invariably will happen if it's too far out of the range of what NPCs are normally used to using, what they'll end up doing is they'll all kind of get confused, and they'll bunch up in a group. And it's, as best as I can tell, it's literally the system going, oh, okay, wait, there's the lay of the land has changed. And it doesn't quite know where to send NPCs yet. So they all kind of just like bunch up on the stairs. Everybody's using the exercise gear down here, which is awesome. Now we're going to go back upstairs, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try extending that roof out. And this is going to be a two-step process. Oh, look, they're backing up on the stairs. I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to extend this roof out back there to where the radio antenna is. And we're going to see if they'll keep going all the way back there. Now there's some wiring work that I have to do because this was rooftops and I didn't particularly care about there being connectors sitting on the roof. I wasn't neat and tidy with the wiring, which I've since learned, don't be sloppy in the first place, because later on it's going to come to bite you in the butt. This is what you're seeing right now is me. You have to, when you're putting flooring on an existing roof that doesn't have any anchor points, you kind of have to jump around with it a little bit to get it so it sits where you want it. And here's the other thing too: the first piece you put down really has to be lined up straight, or what happens is you end up getting 9 pieces down and it's crooked and it doesn't match the roof. So it's really important to, now I can move these steps, and there you go. But if you look, once I get up there, I know for a fact, now if you look over this edge, it's not lined up, see it? So Now I went, let me move this. Nope, you can't move it because it's attached to the stairs. So I had to delete the stairs, then move that square around. Come on, go away. Thank you. Now I can move this so it's absolutely lined up. And when you absolutely get it lined up, it pays off big time. Now I could check this edge. Everything looks good on this edge. So now, put a couple of pairs of stairs in. Thank you. Thank you. And now this will just all line up. Go straight down the line. Everything lines up with the roof now, which is pretty darn cool. And if you walk up to the edge and look, come on, slide down in there. You can do it. There we go. And pop one more in. Look at how nice it lines up with the roof. That's what I'm talking about. So now we're going to place a piece of exercise equipment here. Actually, a couple of them. I think I put 3 down. 1, 2, and 3. And now what we do is we wait. I don't want to do any more work there if it ain't gonna pay off. So I will walk downstairs, have a seat in the lounge. We can see the exercise gear right up there above the apartment sign. So I will grab a nap. Now, the reason for my waiting until it's dark is that NPCs don't start using the exercise gear until after the workday ends. So you see them all leave the crops and their shops and blah, blah, blah. Little by little, they all start milling towards the exercise gear. And what we're waiting for now is just to see if one wayward soul will go up and use the exercise. What's that way in the background? That is a wayward soul who is surveying the exercise gear. And if that works, yes! So that means that that whole area that I set up there, see what's happening on your left? They're all bunching up because now they don't know what to do. See it? It's like typical NPC behavior. It takes them a while to get their crap together. But in the meantime, looky. All the way back there, somebody's using the gear. And there they are going, what? Huh? Wait, now I don't know where to go. This is very confusing. Now, what's interesting is, if I go back and sit in the chair and wait another 24 hours, they all disperse. Sometimes even sooner. But I like to give them an extra 24 hours. So sometimes this really is a wait-and-see game. But that, dear Fallout friends, is why I use exercise gear before I start building in uncommon places, because it saves you the headache of realizing that all the work you just did ain't gonna work. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. As always, I appreciate your likes and your views and your comments. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, because it really does make a difference. And that's it for this short edition. Thanks for watching, and you all take good care of yourself.